Hello. So today in the mail I received this fascinating cursed object from Slayer from the EFL. It is Life and Death by Stephenie Meyer. Twilight Reimagined. The 10th anniversary edition. It's not the 10th anniversary edition of this book, God no. Just, I guess this is Stephenie Meyer's way of celebrating the 10th anniversary of the Twilight series. If you don't know what this is, it's just like a straight up gender bent switcheroo that she wrote. So yeah, instead of Bella and Edward, we now have Bo and Edith. So yeah, I'm gonna do some horrible chapter readings in the future. Probably not just like shaky cell phone camera footage, but I figured just for now we could just kind of crack it open and just kind of see what we're getting into. So when I first got this, I was opening it up and realizing how my life is about to change. And let's see here. So the first thing I noticed really quick that I just want to preview to everybody is that Stephenie Meyer was kind enough to give us a preview of and a breakdown of the changes she made. So apparently 5% of the changes I made were because Bo is a boy. That makes sense. 5% of the changes were because Bo's personality developed just slightly differently than Bella's. The biggest variations are that he's more OCD, he's not nearly so flowery with his words and thoughts, and he's not as angry. He's totally missing the chip Bella carries around on her shoulder at all time. 70% of the changes I made were because I was allowed to do a new editing run 10 years later. I got to fix almost every word that has bothered me since the book was printed. And it was glorious. 10% were things that I wished I had done the first time around, but that hadn't occurred to me at the time. That might sound like the same thing as the preceding category, it really does, but it's slightly different. This isn't a case of a word that sounds clunky or awkward, this is an idea that I wish I had been explored earlier or conversations that should have happened but didn't. 5% were mythology issues. Mistakes, actually, mostly related to visions. As I continued into the sequels to Twilight and even Midnight Sun, where I got to look inside Alice's head with Edward, the way Alice's visions worked was refined. It's more mystical in Twilight. God, I don't know what any of this is. I never read any of these books. Which leaves a 5% catch-all for the many miscellaneous changes that I made, each for a different and no doubt selfish reason. So, alright. If anybody has read the previous Twilight books, hopefully any of that makes sense. This will be my first experience with Twilight, and it will be with Bo and Edith. So, yeah. Once I finish The Last of Us 2, I will begin this journey and force all of you to go through it with me. Thanks, Slayer. My life will never be the same.